Guys, welcome back to another video, and for those who are new here, my name is Angela and thanks for tuning in. So in today's video we are going to be addressing a very important question that many people have been posing regarding whether they are going to be sponsored by their employer if they get a job in Canada, especially for the nannies and caregiver perspectives. Coming right up. And before we go into that, if you are new here and you haven't subscribed to this channel, please consider doing so. And if you have already subscribed, please do not forget to hit the like button on this video. Yeah, that way the video gets spread out to more people on the internet. So back to our question, and I know this is arising for the fact that so many people that are considering these nanny or caregiver jobs are either working in the Middle East or have worked in the Middle East before. And like it so happens for the Middle Eastern jobs, as long as you have a passport, usually you will get a free air ticket, you will get maybe your visa application paid for, and all other things that pertain to your application process. Basically, your input financially is going to be very minimal. And so many people are getting into this program with the notion that they won't have to spend a dime. But is that true? Okay, so let's look at it this way, and I'm going to find somewhere in the computer, actually in my computer or in the internet, where it clearly indicates that the employer is actually not obliged to sponsor you. And here's the reason why. So remember that as you apply for these jobs, you are going to be getting a work permit, and that is going to be a temporary work permit. And at the same time, of course, you're going to be applying for your permanent residency visa, something like that. So the kind of work permit that you will get is an open work permit. It is occupation restricted, which means if you are going to be applying to work as a nanny or a caregiver, then you can only work under those professions until you become a permanent resident. But now it's open, like it's an open work permit in the sense that you are free to change your employer. Like if once you get to Canada and maybe you find that, oh, I have a friend in another province, or maybe I've gotten a better job offer in another city or with another family and I want to move, then you are you have the legal right to do so, to end your contract and to move and work for another employer. So imagine this instance where the employer has sponsored for you to go to Canada. They have paid your air ticket, they have paid your visa application fees, they have paid all the fees that are involved, and they have brought you to Canada only for you to tell them after 1 month that you want to leave them. How are you going to pay their money back? And most likely, no employer will want to put themselves in that situation unless they don't really understand the fact that you have the right to change your jobs once you get to Canada, because so many people are going to be using this just as a pathway. So they will accept any kind of job, even if the conditions don't look like very conducive. They will accept it just as a pathway to get there, and then they can move to whichever province or whichever other family they want to move to. So that's why, or that is how it becomes tricky. So guys, right here is the evidence from the IRCC website itself that the employer is under no obligation to pay your travel costs or any other costs associated with your traveling to Canada if they hire you. And the question is direct right here. Do I have to pay for the caregiver's travel costs if I'm hiring them through the caregiver's pilot? And the answer is no, but you can pay for the travel expense or costs if you like. You and the caregiver you're hiring should both agree on how to handle things like travel costs before you hire them. Whether or not you pay for their travel costs can be outlined in the offer of employment. So the offer of employment that you receive from your employer will clearly indicate whether they are going to be covering your travel costs and how maybe it's going to be compensated. So I hope guys that is very clear. In case you had any doubt, I just wanted to show you this straight from the IRCC website so that you know that the employer is under no obligation
to take care of your traveling expenses or any other expenses associated with you moving to Canada, but they can only do that if they want to, out of the goodness of their hearts. Thank you, guys.
So I'm so sorry that unfortunately, if you got into this thinking that maybe it's an easier pathway and you won't have to spend a dime, then think again. I have gotten a direct question, and by the way, people are already getting prospective job offers, or prospective employers, or people are already in engagement with employers, like a couple of people that have told me that, okay, I have an interview, what am I supposed to say, or I have this and that. And the people that have actually gotten prospects in this nanny or caregiver jobs are those that are using kijiji.ca. I'm not endorsing for this site, but I'm just giving you a review of actually the people that have gotten good feedback, or they have gotten or reached some kind of progress with their application, are those that have actually applied through kijiji.ca. So feel free, if you feel like you want to search there for jobs or to connect there with families, then it's gonna be much easier than the people that are using maybe Indeed.com or all those other job application sites. And then yes, so there is one of my students, the ones that I'm training for IELTS, told me that she has gotten a couple of offers, but the employers are clearly mentioning that they are not going to sponsor, and unfortunately, if she expects them to sponsor her, then they are not willing to proceed with her application. And now she was asking me, now what am I supposed to do? And my advice was, are you serious about getting a job in Canada, or are you out for somebody to sponsor you to go to Canada for free? The truth is, Canadian immigration is very expensive, and if you think that there's going to be an easier pathway where you won't have to spend any money, then you're lying to yourself. There are those that are cheaper, but cheaper doesn't mean free. They are cheaper in the sense that maybe you don't have to show proof of funds in your bank account, or maybe you don't have to spend maybe so much for these other application processes, but at the end of the day, you are still going to part with a lot of money. You're going to part with a lot of money, because applying for the work permit itself is going to cost you like 1,500 Canadian dollars, and if you're going to include other family members, then of course the price or the fee is going to go higher. And also you need to keep in mind that you're going to have to pay for your educational credentials assessment, whether you're going to use WES or any other body. It's going to cost you money, and nothing less than 20,000 Kenyan shillings. When you're going to take your language test, it's going to cost you money. And those other miscellaneous, maybe so sending documents here, sending documents there, or having to maybe even make phone calls or even international phone calls, is going to cost you money. So you better be prepared that it's going to cost you money. And if you are in it hoping that somebody else is going to shoulder the responsibility for you, then I am sorry. You might be lucky. I'm not disputing this fact completely. You might be lucky and find somebody who is willing and ready to sponsor you because of maybe the qualities that you possess, and they are put their trust in you, that you're not going to disappoint them, that you are going to work at least maybe 1 year for them to at least get their money back, the one that they're going to spend on you, before maybe you leave and now go to work for another family. So it depends, but they have no obligation to do that by law. They are not required to sponsor you by law. If they choose to do so, it's out of the goodness of their heart. So again, plan yourself accordingly. No sponsorship for most people, and it's clear. Somebody has told me, like three people have told her, we are not going to sponsor you. We will provide the documents that are required, like the job contract and stuff, but every other thing is on you. So yeah, if you want, really your dream is to become a Canadian resident or permanent resident, and this is a pathway that you want to use, then please be willing to part with money. Nothing good comes for free, and that is just a fact. Ask the people that are already in Canada, my goodness, they have spent tons of money. But of course, at the end of the day, once you reach your destination, once you reach your goal, and you are strategic, then you're going to be able to earn back the money that you have spent in a pretty maybe short time. It just depends. So yeah, that is what I wanted to share with you guys today, so that you don't keep your hopes very high, or you don't keep rejecting offers hoping that maybe there is one that you will get that somebody will be willing to sponsor you. So make a proper financial plan. If you need to like liquidate some assets, or if you need to seek help from relatives, then you need to plan yourself, because it is going to cost you money. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you found this information useful, especially if you are somebody sitting there doing everything and hoping that somebody is going to come and rescue you. No, it's not gonna happen. So all the best really in your application process, and I hope to see you on the other side. And if you have any questions or any comments, feel free to drop them on the comment section down below, and I will be seeing you on another video. Bye.